TrafficPods is a powerful loyalty system that lets you reward your top members with additional branding and advertising. After you install TrafficPods, you'll see some basic settings here. You can rename TrafficPods to match the branding of your site. For example, on Tezers, we've named them TezerPods. You can set the number of clicks that members make while surfing before they move to the next pod. You can set the maximum number of pods that will be given out each week. And then you can set a minimum number of pod points that a member needs to earn before they're eligible to receive their own pod. And down here you can set the different ways that members can earn pod points based on their membership level. You can give a weekly bonus that's given out to all members every week based on their membership level. So for example, I could give my upgraded members 1,000 pod points. And then every week after the pods reset, my upgraded members would start out with 1,000 pod points on the leaderboard. You can give pod points for every click that they make while surfing, and then you could also give pod points every time that they move into a new pod. Now over here you see a setting for each membership level that could let them customize their pod. So by default, if you have our Social Profiles plugin installed, whenever a member moves into another member's pod, they're going to see their social profile. But if you change this to yes, the members in this membership level will be able to customize their pod and set which site appears when new members see their pod. So it could be their social profile, or they could select any of their other sites that they've added to your exchange and have that site shown instead, so they get additional traffic to their website. Now when you first install TrafficPods, there's not going to be any pods or any pod points in the system. So what I would recommend, after you set what you want each of your account levels to receive, I would recommend scrolling down to the bottom of the page, and then I recommend doing 2 manual resets. The first reset will give out some pod points based on the membership levels, and then the second reset will assign the pods based on those points. So I'm going to do 1 reset, and now all of my upgraded members have just received 1,000 pod points, and all of my free members have received 600 pod points. So now there's some members on the leaderboard. So if I scroll down and if I do another reset, then it will assign the traffic pods based on who's the leaderboard. So when I do the second reset, now I have some pods in the system. So when members surf, they start surfing through the different pods. Now in addition to just having the pods visible while surfing, you can also give members a weekly prize whenever they earn that pod. So I could have it so whichever member comes in first place and receives the top pod, they will automatically receive a prize. So I could give them cash, credits, banner impressions, or text impressions. So I could have it so the member who earns the top pod for the week will also earn 100 credits. And so these will be given out automatically every Saturday night when the pods reset. And then I can do the same with the second place and third place and so on. And finally, down at the bottom, there are some macros that I can use throughout my site. So there's a description next to each macro saying what it does, but there's macros that show which pod the member's in. There's macros showing how many pod points the members have. There's also macros that let you create your own leaderboard, and you can use these in Genius emails. You can put them in the members area. You could even put them on a splash page to help promote your top members. So there's macros for which members currently have the top pods for this week, and then there's also macros for the leaderboard for next week. So you can show which members currently have the most pod points. And you can use these macros anywhere. And this pretty much concludes the basics on how to set up TrafficPods and some of the basic settings.